things from today in terms of situational football. I told our players this is what a great platform that they had today to put their football identity on video. And really, we're still in the infant stages of building our identity. And then the ability to go in the stadium with the elements. We had a number of rain games. And then, the other thing that really kind of puts us at probably the most competitive disadvantage you can have is we're probably one of very few Division I football teams in the country that conduct practices without any officials. So when you have an opportunity to get in the stadium and scrimmage and have officials, all your bad habits that you developed because you don't have officiating kind of materialize and you get exposed. And I saw that. I thought, overall, we did not handle the elements very well. We had too many balls on the ground. We couldn't handle snaps. We couldn't snap the football. Too many holding penalties, too many pass interference penalties down the field, and in catastrophic moments where it's 3rd and long and we have a defensive pass interference or we have a big play on offense and it's nullified by a holding penalty. But also that's why you practice, and those are great learning opportunities and moving forward. But everyone has to have a tremendous sense of urgency in our organization. We really only have 5 days of training camp left. So we have to make the most of every day to continue to be the team that we want to be. But right now, our execution's not there. And we talked about, 3 things heading into this scrimmage. And the first thing is your effort. We talk about 4 to 6, A to B. Well, they had an opportunity to put their style on video. Now we'll grade it. But the first thing was effort. The second thing is fundamentals and details. And then the third thing is playing with a level of physicality. So they'll be graded in those 3 things, and then we'll assess everything tonight and then get back and work at it tomorrow. But we got a long way to go with this football team in a relatively short period of time.
With the 3 and outs today, do you walk away more proud of the defense or concerned with the offense?
Both. We did well defensively, and then they did not handle sudden change very well. We've not handled success well in terms of, all right, we're shutting out an opponent, we're playing extremely well. How do we maintain that momentum? And we've had way too many momentum swings offensively and defensively. They're really good teams. Even when they don't perform well, they're able to maintain momentum in a game. And then, sometimes you're going to have to grind your way through it like we did today. Things aren't going to go your way. How do you respond? So, defensively, we did a very good job in the 3 and outs, but then we didn't handle sudden change very well. And then when we went to the goal line situations on the 3, the offense on both units, red and black, scored every time they had the ball. So those are all learning points. So I think more it's going back, okay, when we have success, everybody executes. It's all 11. When we don't, it's kind of been the theme of camp. We've been 10 out of 11, 9 out of 11. And the magic is getting all 11 individuals working together. So tremendous teach opportunities. I'll know more when I watch the film on the 3 and outs by the offense, but we weren't able to throw the ball today. And I think there's a lot of reasons why that has kind of manifested itself, but we have to get better in a hurry, and that's why Monday's practice will probably be the most important practice we have all year.
Coach, which one's more concerning, the penalties or the turnovers?
Turnovers. We talk about winning the double positive, and that's winning the explosive play battle in turnovers, and you can't turn the football over. Now we've spent an inordinate amount of time on defense of ball disruptions and taking the football away. That's only going to make our offense better, but too many turnovers. When you look at, I think it's like 98% win if you win the double positive. We only won the double positive all one time last year. So I think that's the biggest thing. The penalties we'll work to correct. A lot of it is discipline. We're too emotional of a football team right now. One of the things we've studied is we talked about composure. And, when you get a penalty against you or when a play doesn't go your way, you got to forget it. We talk about snap and clear and moving on to the next play, and I think that's part of our youthfulness, but nobody cares about that. There's a maturity with which you play the game. And so, again, these are all great learning lessons as we move forward.
How can the quarterback room learn from a day like today?
Well, there's a lot of things to learn from. I think, first of all, the overall management of the offense. And then when you have the elements that we had today, kind of your style of play has to change a little bit. So you have to be able to adapt and adjust in the elements, and then you got to be able to have great composure and be able to handle the snap and work together. And then it's just the routine plays, making the routine plays. A lot of it was, the handoffs, and so we spent a lot of time, as you guys know, with that part of the game between the running backs and between the quarterbacks. And we didn't handle a simple exchange very well with the elements today. So we'll work wet balls a lot this week. But again, a lot of things in moving forward that we can grow from and get better.
Still kind of waiting on you establish a starting quarterback.
Yeah, nowhere even close. If you told me right now, it'd be really a flip of a coin. Nobody has really kind of taken reins of that, and that's kind of what we thought. That's what we kind of anticipated. But I will tell you this: they're battling every day. They're competing every day. They want to do it. And I said it is, a lot of times the quarterback is a byproduct of the other 10 individuals around them, and being able to protect them in the pocket, and then be able to run precise routes and catch the football in the perimeter, and to be able to establish a run. Too many times today we were one-dimensional. We were behind the chains. So again, those are all things that we'll continue to get better and grow from.
Obviously, I know you see more off the film. Was there anybody just kind of jumped out at you defensively that you saw?
No, I like the way Keyron Crawford's been playing all camp, and really it started in the offseason. I think he's had a really good offseason. He's playing with a high level right now, so I've really liked him. But I'll know a little bit more when I watch the video.
And then you look at a guy, looking at the secondary too, you had a guy like Justin Hodges. One, just how did that process all come about? And two, just what does he bring to this defense?
Well, Justin is an extremely competitive individual. And so I think he's come in here, and our players have kind of watched him compete. And he's come in here really at ground zero and had to, work his way, had to earn the respect, and he's still doing that. But he's already earned that respect in the way he plays and the way he competes. And just like anybody we bring in our program, everyone goes through a long, extensive vetting process where we speak to everyone, all parties involved, interview him a number of times, family and all that. So again, he's done everything that he's needed to do to date in our football program.
Sure. And then the secondary as a whole making some plays today too.
Yeah, they've been pretty opportunistic all camp. I think we've done a better job of catching the football. Last year we had 7 dropped interceptions, and as we all know, those can change the complexity of a game and the complexion of that goes in, and with field position, and they've done a much better job to date. But we've also really worked more ball drills than we've ever had, so it's a credit to those kids, for really improving that skill set part of it. I think their discipline and their eyes have helped matters as well.